his Amen. God, we thank you for Kyle, we thank you for the gift that he is, and we thank you for his witness today. We ask that you speak through him and bless him. We pray this in the most blessed and holy name. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Get up, Kyle.
Alright, as you all know, my name is Kyle, and last night Nick sent out an email talking about silence and asked who wanted to talk, and I said yes. So here I am. My name's Kyle. I'm a 14 leader here. I like to think I'm a pretty good Catholic most of the time, you know. I go to Catholic school, I know funny Catholic trivia facts, so I always thought I was pretty great, you know. I do a lot of stuff here. I think of myself as a leader in the church. But two things happened that really changed my life as a Catholic fairly recently. The first was this summer we had a Bible study here at the church that Edmund led. And at the Bible study, he gave us these books. And the book was called God Help Me, and it had one line in it that really struck me. It said something like, can you really consider yourself a leader in your faith, in your church, if you don't have a consistent prayer life? And I thought about that. I thought, do I consider myself a leader? Yeah. Do I have a very consistent prayer life? And at that time, the answer was not yes. It was no. Like, I prayed very often with my family, but I'm saying words with my mouth, but I'm not thinking it with my head, if that makes sense to y'all. And so at that point, I decided, all right, I had to get serious about my faith and prayer. And I went through praying in a kind of weird sense. I need a volunteer for this. You can raise your hands. Emily, wow, pregnant, she's still got the hand up fast. I'm going to walk to her. Emily and I are going to have a conversation, but this is how I pray. And normally I'd be praying about where I'm going to go to college. So I go like this, Emily, where am I going to college? Where am I going to college? Emily, can you tell me where I'm going to college? Please, can you let me know? I really want to know. I'm really stressed out. I'm taking SATs. Where am I going to college? And I would just constantly repeat phrases and things like that. But I never would let Emily/God a chance to say anything. And like, is that how y'all talk to your friends? Like, do you just yell things and never listen? Because you wouldn't have friends if you talk like that. And Emily's like, oh gosh, this is weird. I'm gonna walk away now. But that was how it was for a long time. I never thought about listening. I just asked and why. It was really angsty. But then Nick actually had a breakout meeting, because we do go to meetings for this stuff, we are trained. He had us do an exercise with the Bible where we had to read a passage, normal, pray about what the passage meant to us, also normal for me, and then just be silent. Not silent, think about the passage, silence and just listen. And I had never thought about that before. So I read my passage, I'm silent, and I didn't hear anything. But the idea of listening struck a chord with me, because how can I be constantly asking God for an answer if I never listen for the answer? Like, it's a pretty stupid concept. So I applied that to my life pretty strongly. I would just try and meditate for as long as I could on what I was going through. And I heard a song that was interesting that I thought I'd like to share with you. I'm not going to play it because it's really long. But it's a song called Car Radio, and it's about a guy whose car radio gets stolen out of his car. And, oh, cool, someone knows it. Yeah. But the idea is, in today's world, we are constantly plugged in. Like, I listen to music all the time. I'm out listening to music, talking to my siblings. I'm never quiet. And if I am quiet, it's because I'm on Twitter or on my phone, usually. But the idea of the song is, this guy's car radio gets stolen out of his car. And because of that, he can't listen to music in his car. It's a very simple premise. But the idea was he had to be quiet and silent, because y'all, hopefully, have not driven yet because you're middle school youth. Good, I got half of one. Thanks, Julie. But the idea was he couldn't distract himself. He couldn't hide from his fears. He had to actually face his problems. And that's what I realized I had to deal with. So I began becoming silent in my prayer life. And did I get a million answers on the first day from God? No, I didn't. But it brought me dramatically closer to Christ and helped to make me the man that I am today. Yay, silence.